My name is Ritesh Nagarashet. I am from Annavara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is quadratic equation. In quadratic equation we already discussed about quadratic equation and solving quadratic equation, factorization, also completing square. So let us move on to the next topic in quadratic equation, that is quadratic formula. That means formula, we already aware of formula, that is, so it's a ready-made, it's a ready formula. We have to submit or we have to insert all the values of the constants or variables. We have to put it in the formula in place of that given quantities. So that is nothing but formula. So here we have to find out the quadratic formula. That means here we have to solve the quadratic equation. When we have to solve the quadratic equation, so we are taking some of the methods here. So that is factorization methods, we already know about that, and completing square method is already we already know that. But from the method, so we have to take some of the formula. So the formula is the very easiest method to get the roots like that. So let us move on to the next topic, that is quadratic formula. So here we are studying about quadratic equations. In that we have to find out quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. Yes, so we already know that the solving quadratic equation by factorization, solving quadratic equation by completing square. So we have to take one of the method to find out quadratic formula. So here we have to opt completing square method to find out quadratic formula. So that means firstly what we have to do, so here we don't know about what is the quadratic equation here. So when we are taking the formula, we have to take the standard form. The standard form of the quadratic equation. What is the standard form of quadratic equation? That is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the quadratic equation. It's a standard form of quadratic equation. So with the method of solving quadratic equation by completing square, so we have to find out the quadratic formula. So what is the method of completing square? So you already know in the last video. So when you have to solve one quadratic equation, you have to convert that in the form of completing square. So here just observe, it's a form of ax square plus bx plus c. So in that method we are taking the first two terms, and we have to convert first two terms in the form of completing square here. So that's why we have here also we have to take that one. But here the coefficient a is there. So coefficient of x square, when you are taking the coefficient of x square other than 1 means we have to divide that whole equation by that coefficient, or multiply that coefficient, or multiply that quadratic equation by that coefficient. Here also we have to take the similar one, that is here we have to divide throughout the equation by a. So firstly divide, I will take this as equation number 1, divide equation 1 by a. What we have, so here when we are dividing a to the ax square, so it becomes only x square. Then here bx, so we have to divide a here, so that means it becomes b by a x. Then here what happens, it's a c by a is equal to 0. So then what we have to do, we have to take the first two terms of this equation and then we have to convert it in a form of completing square. So I will take this as equation number 2. Yes. So take first two terms, that is x square plus b by a into x is equal to, then so we have to convert it in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. So that means firstly the a square. A square means here x square. Here it is x square. So then what is the value of a here? Value of a is equal to x. So then plus. So 2ab. 2ab means, so here we have to insert 2 must and should. Then we have to insert the value of a, that is x. Then we have to insert the value of b. So here b by a is there. B by a is here. So that means we have to put that one here. B by a we have to write here. But when we are taking the value of the whole equation, so here b by ax is there. So here b by ax is there along with 2 is multiplied in. That means the value of the equation does not disturbs here. Value of the equation does disturbs here. So if you don't want to disturb this equation, so then we have to divide to this equation. Then that means the value of b becomes b by 2a. So if you have any further doubts, we have to clarify here only. So when we are cancelling 2 and 2 here, so it becomes b by a into x, b by a into x. The value of the equation does not disturb it. Then what we have to do? We have to insert the value of b square. So here value of b is equal to b by 2a. That is b by 2a square. Then we have to balance the equation because we have inserted the new term here. That means, so if we don't want to disturb that equation, we have to subtract this equation by b by 2a square. So here we got x square plus 2ab plus b square minus b square. So that means here we have to balance the equation. So when you have further doubts, we have to clarify here only. So after that, what we have to do? We have to convert this a square plus 2ab plus b square in the form of a plus b whole square here. That means what is the value of a here? A value of b is x and value of b is b by 2a. That means here what happens? X plus b by 2a whole square. So then what remains here? So here minus b by 2a whole square remains. That is minus b by 2a whole square. So what is the value here? So it is x square plus b by a x. The value of x square plus b by a x is equal to x plus b by a 2a whole square minus b by 2a whole square. So how we got this? So because of a square plus 2ab plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square. From the reference of this formula, we got the value of first two term of this equation number 2 here. So I will take this equation number 3. So here the next step. So when we are going to the next step, we have to substitute this equation number 3 in equation number 2. That means we have to substitute the value we got in place of x square plus b by a is equal to x plus b by 2a whole square minus b by 2a whole square. In place of x square plus b by ax, we have to insert this value. So here I will part this blackboard. Then we have to solve by substituting the value of equation number 3 in equation number 2 here. That is substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So just substitute here x square plus b by ax. In place of this, we have to insert this value, that is x plus b by 2a whole square minus b by 2a whole square minus b by 2a whole square. Then again, so one term remains here, that is plus c by a. Plus c by a is equal to 0. So after that, we have to solve this equation. So how can we solve here? That is x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to, I will transpose the whole term, this term and this term to the RHS side, it becomes plus b by 2a whole square minus b by a, plus b by 2a whole square minus c by a. So then we have to simplify further, that is x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to, I will take the square root to the numerator and the denominator, that is here it becomes b square and here it becomes 4a square minus c by a. Then we have to take the LCM of the denominator. What is the LCM of the denominator here? The LCM of the denominator is 4a square. 4a square is the LCM of the denominator. So take the LCM as 4a square. So here we have to multiply with 1, that means b square remains as it is, then minus. Here we have to multiply with 4a, also here we have to multiply with 4a. So when we are multiplying with 4a, it becomes 4a square. So here also we have to multiply with 4a, so it becomes 4ac. Then the LHS side is same here, b by 2a whole square. Then after that what we have to do? We have to transpose this square to the RHS side. It becomes plus or minus. When we are transposing square to the RHS side, LHS to RHS side, so that becomes, so it becomes plus or minus. There is two chances of perfect square, that is plus or minus. So that's why. So here we have to transpose the square to the RHS side. It becomes x plus b by 2a is equal to square root of plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square. So then I am just rubbing this part here because we have to continue that solution. Yes. Then just observe here. So here 4a square. That means it's both are perfect square. 4 is a square root 4 is equal to 2 and square root of a square is equal to a. We can write. So that's why I am splitting that square root to the numerator and another to the denominator. That is x plus b by 2a is equal to square root of b square minus 4ac divided by, I will put the plus or minus sign here, then it is here square root of 4a square. Then, so here I will write plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by, here what is the square root of 4a square? So when we are taking square root, so there are some of the algebraic identities are there, we already learned that one, that is root a, square root of a by b is equal to square root a by square root b. So here we use some of this. So here the square root of a by b, because square root of a by b is equal to square root a by square root b. Also here we can use the square root of a into b is equal to square root of a into square root of b. So we can use the identities here. That is, so here what happens, square root of 4 into square root of a square, that is equal to plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac. Here just observe the square root of 4 is 2 here, then square root of a square is a. So also the LHS side remains same, that is x plus b by 2a. Then what we have to do? We have to transpose this plus b by 2a to the RHS side. Yes, what happens here? So plus b by 2a turns into minus b by 2a. That is x is equal to minus b by 2a plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Again we have to take the LCM of the denominator here. That means here LCM of the denominator both are same. So what we have to do here? So here I will rub this part. Yes. So here x is equal to, then I will take the LCM of the denominator as 2a. Here the LCM of the denominator is 2a. Then so here 2a is there, we have to multiply with 1. Here also we have to multiply with 1. That means minus b remains as it is. Then so here also 2a. So here we have to multiply with 1. Here also we have to multiply with 1. That means plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac remains as it is. Plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac, it remains here. That means the x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a is the quadratic formula for finding roots of the quadratic equation. So that means what are the roots here? So the roots of the equation. The roots of the equation. Roots of the quadratic equation. Equation b x is equal to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So it's a one of the root, and another one of the root is the all. X is equal to minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So these are the roots of the quadratic equation. It's a standard form of the standard formula of finding the roots of the quadratic equation. It is the standard formula of the quadratic formula. So it's a standard formula. So this is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a is the formula for finding roots of the quadratic equation. Simply we call it as a quadratic formula. So let us, we have to state about quadratic formula. So here we have to state the quadratic formula here. That means so quadratic formula. So what is the statement here? If b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, then the roots of the quadratic equation, quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 or x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this is the statement. If b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0, then the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 are, the roots of this equation are x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So then this formula we are call it as a quadratic formula, is known as quadratic formula. Is known as quadratic formula. Yes. So this is about finding the quadratic equation, how formula comes. So there are a series of steps here. There are a series of steps. We have to find out quadratic formula by the method of solving quadratic equation by completing squares. So from the method of completing square, we got the standard formula for finding the quadratic equation. Any quadratic equation we can solve with the use of this formula, but one thing we have to remember that the b square minus 4ac is always greater than or equal to 0. If it is 0, no problem. Also, it can the b square minus 4ac must be greater than 0. Why it is so? Because when we are taking the square root of negative sign or positive sign, so the perfect square is always positive. There is no any chance of perfect square is negative. So that's why there is no any existence of b square minus 4ac is less than 0. If it is b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means there is no any roots for this equation, because there is no any chance of having such like equation, that is b square minus 4ac is less than 0. So there is chance are there, but even if there are chance, so if it is chance, so those quadratic equation have no real roots. It's a complex roots we are appearing. So the complex mathematics, the complex terms, so we are studying in the next classes, next standards. So here we have to take only real roots. So that's why I am telling about only the real roots. When we are getting the real roots of the quadratic equation, so we have to aware of this situation, that is b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0 here. So apart from that, so it is very difficult to take, so there is no any chances of having real roots. There is no any chance of having real roots here. So let us discuss about some of the nature of roots. What are the nature of roots? We have to discuss. Nature of roots. Nature of roots means here when we are taking the quadratic equation, we have to solve that quadratic equation by the method of factorization or completing square. After that we got some of the roots, whether it is real or complex we don't know. But when we are taken the quadratic formula, so we have to analyze whether the roots are real or not by the method, by the term, that is b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. From that basis, we have to check whether the quadratic equation has real roots or not. So that's why we are taking b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. That means we are taking b square minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0 to check whether the quadratic equation has real roots or not. So that we are calling this b square minus 4ac. That means it's a deciding term whether the quadratic equation is having real roots or not. So that's why we are taking this b square minus 4ac as a discriminant of the quadratic equation. We are calling it as a discriminant of the quadratic equation. That means, so b square minus 4ac is called discriminant of quadratic equation. Discriminant of a quadratic equation. So this is the deciding term whether the equation has real roots or not. Firstly, we have to take b square minus 4ac. So after that, we have to check whether this is quadratic having real roots or not. So that means there are some of the cases. So we have to analyze when we are taking the method of solving quadratic equation by factorization or method of solving quadratic equation by completing square. So there are some of the cases the real roots we got, some of the distinct roots. That means the roots we got are completely different. So in some situation we got the same roots. So in the roots. So when we are finding the roots of the quadratic equation, so we got the same roots. That means x plus 4 into x plus 4, x minus 2 into x minus 2. Likewise we got, that means, so here it is also one cases. So when we got those like roots. So apart from that, there are quadratic equations, those are having no roots. That means that roots are not exhibit this condition. So let us discuss about those cases. That is, firstly case 1. Firstly I will take b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. That means, so when we have one quadratic equation, so that means, so when we are taking b square minus 4ac, so the answer is greater than 1. What happens? So here firstly I will take b square minus 4ac is greater than 1. So it has two distinct roots. It has two distinct roots. That means two distinct roots means the roots are completely different. There are possibility of two different roots, but both the roots are different here. So there are two chances of roots of the equation. So here the two distinct roots will be available when the b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Then secondly, the case 2, we have b square minus 4ac. b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So when the b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, we got the two same roots. We got. Then finally we have a third case, that is b square minus 4ac is less than 0, means there is no any chance of roots here. Though there is no any chance of real roots. Actually we have to take it as a no real roots. That is the case 3. We have, that is b square minus 4ac is less than 0, means there is no roots, no real roots here. No real roots. We got complex roots there. The complex mathematics or complex number system are completely different. Apart from the real number system, the complex roots are the completely different apart from the real number system. That's why, so we are taking these three cases. That is, firstly b square minus 4ac is greater than 1. So the equations has two distinct roots. When we are taking b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, so there is a chance of two same roots, x plus 2 into x plus 2, x plus 3 into x plus 3, x minus 1 into x minus 1. Likewise we got the roots. Then if it is b square minus 4ac is less than 0, that means there is no any existence of real roots here. So I hope you know about quadratic formula, how to get for quadratic formula, and what are the possible roots, what are the nature of roots here. So how we can analyze the roots here. So we have quadratic equation. Apart from the quadratic equation, firstly we have to discuss, or firstly we have to analyze that whether the formula can be used for this quadratic equation or not. So that means firstly we have to decide whether the quadratic formula is suitable for this quadratic equation or not. So that's why this nature or this discriminant of the quadratic equation, this discriminant of the quadratic formula is the helpful formula. So that's why, so this is about quadratic formula. So let us discuss some of the problems in the next classes. So I conclude this part here. So those who are watching the video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.